Hi, I'm Donna Joy. I'm from Sedona Sweet Arts. My path through the culinary arts is a lot different than most people. Basically, at the ripe age of 20, I was asked by a PhD to go to Switzerland and help him start a heart valve company. I jumped at the chance, packed up all my stuff, put it at my dad's house, and away I went. For me, that was a real joy, moving to Switzerland. I loved the adventure of it. I loved walking on the cobblestones of Lucerne. You know, my passion for pastry actually was born in Switzerland, from all the fabulous bakeries and tea rooms and all those wonderful things. You'd have the Swiss people running to work in the morning with their chocolate, their Gipfeli and their chocolate croissants, and I loved it. I stayed in Switzerland until I was about 29, and then basically I met my husband, Dana, and we decided to move to a small town. And my husband's background was restaurants. In Southern California, he owned a few of them there, and I would teach his chefs how to do cakes here and there and stuff that I knew and had picked up along the way living abroad. And then we decided to come to Sedona, and we opened up a small cafe, bakery, coffee house, and it was basically his vision and my vision. I love the whole European flair of croissants and coffee and torts and cakes and all that kind of stuff, and he loved the food business. It was basically business. We unlocked the door and they just lined up, asking me to create everything from their grandmother's old-fashioned marzipan cake or Norwegian cake, and in the whole transition of creating product, I had to make it my own. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I didn't want to buy in prefab Bavarian cream and put it inside a cake. So inch by inch, I learned how to make everything from Bavarian cream from scratch to my own fondant, to my own sugar flowers, to sugar gazebos. Whatever anybody basically asked me to make, I would give it a good old girl try and jump in with both feet and do the best that I could. My philosophy as a cake artist is to make it your own, to make it your very best, and to step outside the box. For me, what makes it good for me is to make homemade fondant, to make my own sugar flowers. That gives me passion, that gives me intrigue. It fulfills my day at the end of the day. Jeez. I love making my customers happy. I love it when I get a wacky customer that says, make me a hand-sculpted frog, or I want a fish jumping out of water, catching a golf ball, and it's got to be gluten-free. I love everything that brings to the table. I love the science portion of the cake. I love the artistic side of it. And I always look forward to my next customer and my next cake challenge. And they definitely bring them to me. And at the end of the day, when I go home, I feel great about what I do. You know, as far as competing, I always compete with myself. If some people want to say that you're competing with other people, that's fine and dandy, but for me, I always set the bar a little bit higher every time. I try and make the challenge for myself better. To appear on a cake challenge, I think, would be a real hoot. I have a lot of customers. I have a lot of friends and family that would love to see me there. What would the challenge do for me? I think it would help me learn a little bit more. I think $10,000 would not be bad. It would definitely go back into the business, because that's my passion, and that's what we do, is we put everything we have into Sedona Sweet Arts.